Good morning, families, teachers, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to thank the teachers who've guided us over the years. Not just the ones who taught us formulas, how to write essays, complete lab reports, or even how to drive, but the ones who taught us how to think, how to question, and how to believe in ourselves when we didn't feel like we were enough. The ones who stayed after school to help us, who pushed us when we wanted to give up, and who treated us not as students filling a seat, but people capable of more than we realized. You've shaped us in ways that matter deeply, and for that, we're forever grateful. Lately, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, which is ironic because reflection is something most of us only do when someone tells us to. But here we are, at the end of 4 years that have shaped us in ways we're only beginning to understand. We've all changed. We've all grown. But how often do we really stop to look back at the people we were when this all started? So, I want to ask you to take a moment and think back, not just to freshman year, but all the way back to middle school. Remember the awkwardness, the uncertainty, the feeling that the world was just starting to open up, and then it closed. And before that, elementary school, when our biggest worries were whether we got picked for the right kickball team or if our handwriting would ever be neat enough. Think about those younger versions of ourselves. What would they say if they could see us now? Would they recognize the people we've become? Back then, we measured our days in recess and lunch breaks. Now we measure them in deadlines, rehearsals, exams, and most importantly, how much caffeine we need to get through the day. Somewhere between those two worlds, we found ourselves, in our victories, our setbacks, our laughter, and even in our silence. And now, standing here at the edge of something new, it's easy to feel both excited and scared. Excited for what's ahead, but scared to leave behind what's familiar. But maybe, just maybe, that's what reflection is meant to do. To remind us that we've made it through every uncertain chapter before this one, and we'll make it through this one too. As a choir kid, I've spent more hours than I can count surrounded by music. I've learned that every note, no matter how small, adds something to a harmony. Every voice has value. Maybe that's what our time here has been. One long, unfinished song made better because of the people who sang it with us. And yes, being surrounded by music does come with a small side effect, the never-ending hyperfixation on musicals. So, naturally, I can't help but think of a line from Hamilton that I've been thinking of these past few months. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. That's the heart of what today is about. Because legacy isn't something you carve into a trophy or etch into stone. It's something you leave behind quietly, in people and in moments. Maybe your legacy is a friendship you built. Maybe it's the underclassmen you encouraged. Maybe it's the smile that made someone's day a little bit better, the act of kindness that nobody saw but someone will never forget, or the younger student who looked up to you more than you realized. And like the lyric says, we may never see the full garden. We may never know how the little things we did, the kindness, the encouragement, and the example will grow once we're gone. But they will. They always do. So, class of 2026, as we move forward, keep planting, keep creating, keep finding courage, even when the world feels out of tune. Because legacy isn't about seeing the results. It's about trusting that what we leave behind will matter. And one day, when someone else stands here giving their own reflection, they'll be standing in the shade of trees we planted, continuing the song we began. Before we leave here today, I want to leave you with one final piece of advice. In the years ahead, there will be moments when you feel like you have to have everything figured out. Like the world expects you to know exactly who you are and exactly where you're going in life. But the truth is, no one has it all really figured out. Life isn't about arriving fully formed at some final destination. It's about continuing to grow, to change, and to discover who we're becoming along the way. We do not leave this place as finished people, but as people ready to begin. And that's what today really is. Not an ending, but a beginning. Congratulations, class of 2026. This chapter may be ending, but the story we've written together will remain forever. Thank you.